I think it's a great time to jump into the fun stuff. I mean, we're going to probably spend a little bit more time with Chief than we have anybody else. So Trey, why don't you tee it up for him?
You got it.
He'll knock it out of the park.
So our first sponsor, Tominator Law, is sponsoring this segment. What are your thoughts on roundabouts? Do you love them or hate them?
So I'm indifferent on roundabouts. I think right place, right location is a good thing. I will say, first off, we're prone to tropical storms and hurricanes, right? Mm-hmm. So the nice thing about roundabouts is when the power goes out, those roundabouts are still working, right? Those are beautiful because I was down in Northport after this last hurricane, and major intersections became four-way stops, which became you're stuck in traffic trying to get food and supplies to people for hours, right?
And also, you have to put a cop there to run the traffic.
You have to. Right. And listen, I was at that intersection, and they literally had 4 highway patrol there, and they still couldn't even control the intersection.
And that's 4 people that could be doing other things to respond to the storm.
Absolutely. So I'm a fan of roundabouts in the right place, the right location. The one in Venice, right off of Jacaranda, by Center or Venice Avenue, or that one. Yeah. That's a great roundabout, right? Because it's huge. There's not a lot of foot traffic. The one we have at the Bayfront, it's tough. It is Gulfstream right there. It's tough because, again, you have people that are new here. You have people walking around that are new here. You have people driving the Views. Those little electric bikes are new here. And
you have really old people there as well.
Maybe, I don't know.
We were coming off of Longboat Key off of St. Armands, and we watched a lady go the wrong way in the roundabout straight against the traffic.
That does happen. But I will say this about that intersection, right? And I haven't gone back and done the numbers from years past, but we haven't had a fatality at that intersection, right? What we've seen is people just rubbing fenders together because they're just impatient. Their head's in the phone.
I heard that on your podcast.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. They're it's like Talladega Nights over there. They're rubbing. And so my thing on the show was show some grace, right? Hey, if you don't get it the first time, just go around, get it a second time.
You'll be stuck there for days.
Yeah. But I think if we have better signage there, I think it'll improve immensely.
People kind of complain about accidents at that roundabout, but they don't realize that before there were accidents at that light all the time.
Right.
I mean, people were hitting the unconditional surrender statue when it was down there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the reality of this kind of neighborhood.
So what I've noticed just in life in general, right? People don't like the way things are, and people don't like change. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I think people will grow to like the roundabouts once we have a better understanding. But once the signage comes in, which I'm hoping is coming, and that's through the state of Florida.
Right.
That's through FDOT. That's not through us. Everybody out there that thinks we built that roundabout, we didn't.
Right.
So we are really relying on them to put that signage up.
I mean, the longer they're here, you would think the more people get used to them. So hopefully over time. I mean, the tourism isn't going to change, but they have those in their state too, almost everywhere. I feel like
they're coming everywhere.
The real question is though, do you know who Jesse Biter is, and have you seen his little camera he's got on his condo over there? Because he's got a condo basically overlooking that, and he's filmed some pretty good blooper reels.
Some pretty good rubs.
Some rubs. Yeah, I've heard the name before, and I do get photos.
Some pretty good videos.
Not just from Jesse, which I don't know if I've got any from Jesse, but there's some other people that send me
there's some good ones.
Film.